Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Yeah, I'm using my webcam again just because I don't know, I really like it. I really like using it even though it's lower quality. I'm so sorry. But yeah. Whew. I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys. Um yeah. Actually, it's not going to be quick. It's probably going to be a pretty long video because I have a lot to say about this topic. Like, a lot. Um, but yeah, let's get to it. I'm kind of scared right now, but whatever. Um, this is something I wanted to talk about for a long time, but I didn't feel very comfortable talking about it yet. It's still kind of scary because a lot of people in my real life, uh, don't know about this. So, but yeah, I'm bisexual. Hey, if you guys follow me on Tumblr, you probably know that already since the large amount of bisexual posts that I have always. But yeah, and I want to talk about this on my channel because I think it's affected my mental health a lot. Um, it's something that as I've come out to myself and to other people, it's really affected my mental health. Um, so yeah, um, yeah, but I think there are. If you hear noise in the background, it's thunder. It's storming here. Um. Anyway, for me, there are two different kinds of like biphobia, homophobia that have really influenced my mental health throughout my life, and that's internalized biphobia and homophobia, and then biphobia, homophobia from other people. Um, yeah. So I grew up in a really conservative Christian home. Um, the church that I went to was very anti-LGBT. It was kind of if you were gay, because they don't differentiate between lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, pansexual. I'll make more videos about all the different sexualities later, maybe. But they didn't really distinguish between that. So it was the gays, and if you were one of the gays, you were disgusting, you were going to hell. It was a choice that you could make, and if you chose to be LGBT, it was just the worst. You were horrible. Um, yeah. Uh, and that was everyone that all my friends, everyone I knew who influenced me when I was younger was that kind of way. They had that certain ideology. Um, so that obviously affected how I viewed myself and other people, and I was pretty homophobic as a kid because that's really all I knew. Um, so obviously when I realized my attraction to other women, well, girls at the time, because I was like in middle school. Um, but when I realized that I was not straight, um, I kind of hid it from myself. I was in denial for a really long time, but um, even then, it really affected my mental health because I was like, oh my god, I'm disgusting. I'm going to hell. I'm just the worst person ever. Um, So that obviously really affects your mental health when you think that you're the worst person ever, and everyone in your life has constantly basically told you that you're disgusting and you're going to hell. Um, sorry, I'm looking at my notes for myself because I have a thing going on. Oh yeah, one of my friends in high school, which at this point I knew that I was not straight, but I was not out to myself yet. I was still in denial. But one of my friends in high school literally cried when a lesbian girl gave her a hug, in a non-sexual way. Just gave her a hug. She went to the bathroom and cried about it. So I remember that vividly because I was like, damn, I should not come out to her ever. Even though still at the time I was like, no homo, I'm not gay. I am not, which at this point I did not know that bisexuality existed. I thought there was only gay and straight. Yeah, so anyway, after high school I went to college and I met some LGBT people and I found out that bisexuality was a thing. Um, and like something just clicked in my brain and I was like, oh, that's what that's been all along. That's the word for it. Um, and then at that point, I went through like a year long like period of dealing with internalized biphobia. Um, because before this, I didn't think bisexuality was real, and I had to deal with. Because I'd heard of bisexuality, but I didn't know it actually existed. I thought that it was I thought that it was fake, that people were looking for attention, that bisexual guys were actually gay, and that bisexual girls were actually straight. Um, so I dealt with, for like a good year, internalized biphobia, thinking, oh, I'm actually just straight, I'm just doing this for attention. Um, all the biphobic stereotypes that I thought were real. And then finally, my summer after my freshman year of college, I came out to myself and I was like, okay, hun, let's be real here. Let's get something straight. You're not. Yeah. So I finally came out to myself, and at that point, I had moved back home. So I moved from a very open environment where I knew a lot of LGBT people to a very toxic environment where everyone was homophobic. And I worked at a church at that point, and I worked as a secretary. And there was a TV right next to the desk that I worked at, and the news was always on. It was Fox News always. And at that point in time, our state was going through a big court case that was going to decide if marriage equality was going to exist, if it was going to be legal to marry someone of the same sex. So obviously, when people were walking into where I worked, there was a lot of, whenever they would see it on the screen, there was a lot of scoffing, a lot of disgusted noises. People would stop in front of my desk and talk about how LGBT people were basically going to hell, that they were disgusting, that they compared being LGBT to a disease or to an addiction that needed to be fixed. And so yeah, that's what I dealt with. Dealt with a lot of homophobia that summer. And then I dealt with a lot of biphobia from people that I was out to in real life. Not a lot of biphobia, but everyone here that I am friends with, that I know, is straight and or are straight. Um, and so they didn't know a lot about what it was being bisexual. Didn't understand biphobia that much, but obviously I forgive them. They just weren't aware. They don't want to hurt my feelings or me. It's cool. But yeah, and then because I don't have any LGBT friends here, I don't know anyone who's LGBT here. I had to go online to find other people uh, who had gone through similar things, who had similar experiences. And then I experienced a lot of biphobia from the LGBT community, because there is a lot of biphobia and a lot of transphobia that goes along with like that goes inside the community, goes on inside of the community. So yeah, what was my next? Yeah. But yeah, so that's all of the homophobia, biphobia, whatnot I've experienced. I think everyone who's LGBT probably knows this on some level of dealing with self-hate, dealing with depression, maybe anxiety. Um, uh, I think especially bisexuals out there, bisexuals, transgender folks out there probably have experienced this because the statistics are pretty shocking. 40% of bisexual people have contemplated suicide, and I would be part of that 40%. Thankfully, did not act on that. I am still alive. I am here today talking to y'all. Um, but bisexuals have higher rates of substance abuse, tobacco use. They have poor physical health, uh, greater chance of having depression and anxiety. Um, yeah. And part of that, I think, is because we do face discrimination uh, outside and inside the LGBT community. We deal with homophobia from straight people, but we also deal with biphobia from within the LGBT community. So it's very isolating. Um, yeah. But if you guys, if any of you are LGBT, let me know in the comments. Maybe your experiences with uh, biphobia, transphobia, homophobia, and how it's affected your mental health. I'll probably be making a lot more videos about um, LGBT mental health and LGBT stuff. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye!